Woohoo! Finally, you will be getting a second stimulus check for yourself and your dependent children. Hey credit warriors, welcome to the show. And President Trump has finally signed the $900 billion stimulus bill that he fought so hard against, due primarily to two things: the stimulus check amount being too low and what he saw as wasteful spending in the omnibus spending bill that the COVID relief package was attached to. Okay, remember the gender programs in Pakistan and all that. Now, this bill had originally been sent back to Congress because Trump had refused to sign it and he wanted them to amend it, but the Democrats didn't want to get rid of their gender programs and the Republicans did not want to raise the amount of stimulus checks to $2,000. So it remained unsigned. Now, I guess Trump, in a way, had to sign it. He didn't want to look bad in holding back money when people really need it, okay, in the form of stimulus checks, paycheck protection loans, and the enhanced unemployment insurance. So individuals will be getting a $600 stimulus check each, and there will also be an additional $600 stimulus check for dependent children. So that means a family of four will get $2,400 in stimulus money. That is guaranteed. It's not ideal. It's not as much as in the first round, but it is better than nothing, and there is a chance that your stimulus check amount may increase, okay? More on that later in the video. But first, let's talk about some bad news, and that is that so much time has elapsed in the bill passing and then Trump waiting to sign it, sending it back, and now finally signing it, that people receiving the enhanced unemployment benefits, okay, that's the extra $600 a week from the CARES Act, and this bill puts it down to an extra $300 a week for 11 more weeks, okay, until March 14th next year. So people receiving that may now experience a delay of 1 to 2 weeks at the beginning of January in receiving their enhanced unemployment insurance, okay? Now, you will still get that money. You will probably get it in a lump sum after a couple of weeks, but you may actually experience a delay just because of the logistics of, figuring out all the details between the different government departments. They don't have much time to do that now. So there is a possibility of a 1 to 2 week delay followed by a lump sum payment. All right, now for some better news. So the House of Representatives has scheduled a vote for today on increasing the amount of money in the stimulus checks from $600 to $2,000. So that would mean $5,200 for a family of four. That's a really great deal, much better than the first round of stimulus checks. Now, in addition to the House voting, Trump also said this in his statement: "The Senate will start the process for a vote that increases checks to $2,000, repeals Section 230, and starts an investigation into voter fraud." So both chambers of Congress actually will be moving on the stimulus check amount. Now, it'll probably pass the House, I think, because generally the Democrats seem to be okay with spending more. But if it passes the Senate with all those strings attached, I don't know whether it can be reconciled between the House and the Senate, okay? So you've got things like repealing Section 230, which I do support because I'm a full-time YouTuber. I rely on social media for an income, and Section 230 cuts down on social media censorship. But I don't think many Democrats will be too enthusiastic, and even some Republicans in the House will necessarily be enthusiastic about passing it if it repeals Section 230, and whether the Senate will even pass it with those strings attached, repealing Section 230, etc., that really remains to be seen. Now, with the other spending programs, the so-called wasteful spending programs like the gender programs in Pakistan and counting the number of amberjack fish in the Gulf, Trump has chosen to use the Impoundment Control Act of 1974 to rescind funds for those programs. Here's what he said: "I will send back to Congress a red-lined version of the bill, item by item, accompanied by the formal rescission request to Congress, insisting that those funds be removed from the bill." So you can see he has chosen another way to fight those wasteful items rather than holding back stimulus checks and other stimulus money to the people. We may never know now how many amberjack fish there are in the Gulf. Oh well. All right, guys, please leave your comments below, subscribe if you're new, and we'll keep giving you updates on this as we know more. All right, see you later. Bye-bye.